Hello, this is Aaron Wall, and this is a free video offering a brief rundown of pay-per-click search engine marketing. One of the first things to think about when you're advertising on PPC is to avoid looking for the best deal per se. Sometimes people spend a lot of time trying to find the cheapest clicks, but often the cheapest clicks are really cheap because they have low value. This is especially true if you look for smaller search engines that almost no one's ever heard of. If you advertise on the major search engines, you're getting a big fire hose full of traffic and a fairly clean traffic source. If you advertise on some of the smaller search engines, you might be getting bad feedback, and the feedback might not be due to your own marketing issues. It might be due to the lack of quality or limited volume of traffic at the third-party site. And it's true with syndication sources as well. If you haven't heard of a search engine, then they probably have few quality syndication partners, because realistically, if I get 60% of what Google's paying me, that's probably going to be more than 90% of what a really small search engine could pay me, just because they have such a robust ad network and better ad relevancy. There's a lot of pay-per-click tools out there designed for bid gap management and a lot of that sort of stuff, but pay-per-click marketing is becoming more black box with quality scores and opaque bidding, and given all that, a lot of those tools are becoming less important. What's important is that you track your conversions and you see what keywords are really working and what ad triggers are really working. So at the core of any keyword based account is going to be keyword research. And you can use any tool. There's tons of tools out there. And what you do is you put in like a core word, grab a bunch of keywords, and if you wanted to, you could clean up a keyword list and then submit it to Google via their traffic estimator tool. And Google will tell you some of the keywords that they think are most important out of all those keywords. And then you can order it by how much they think each keyword's worth. There's three different types of keywords. There's broad match, exact match, and phrase match. With broad match, you rank for a wide array of terms that may be related to your keyword, and how wide or thin that goes changes over time as they refine the technologies behind it. Exact match means you only show up if people search for the exact thing you typed in. So if you did an exact match on cars, if someone typed in cars.com or new cars, you wouldn't show up. Broad match is, it allows, if you do new cars, you may even show up if people just search for cars or automobiles. And as far as phrase match, it's the one in between. It's where you show up for if the search query contains a phrase you're searching for. So if you had a phrase match ad for auto loans, then if someone searched for used auto loans, you would still show up. And when you use broad match and phrase match and extended match, Google allows you to see what keywords triggered the ads and the click-throughs for the click-throughs on the broad match and phrase match terms, which is useful for helping you go back, refine your search accounts, and make them neat and more organized, filter out bad terms, and put more emphasis on the good terms. So now that we got some keywords, you can go into AdWords, and if you look, there's a lot of different ways to use it. Sometimes people want the immediate cost per conversion to go low. Other times they're willing to pay a lot more if they have an idea they want to spread or an idea they want to own. And basically, in some marketplaces, you can just end up buying mind share until eventually you become a market leader. Whereas in other markets, like say brand-related queries, you should see lots of profits by lower cost per conversions. So for keywords related to my name or my site's name, it converts pretty well and the cost per conversion is not that high. A lot of other campaigns, I do it more as a branding exercise and use some of the profits from brand-related campaigns to help subsidize getting more mind share, more brand awareness. And there's also syndication, where you can syndicate your ads out to content websites. When you're brand new with PPC stuff, you probably want to limit the use of syndication until you've tested some of your keywords on search. Why it's so important to start off with doing PPC before you invest too much into SEO is that it can give you a good idea as far as what terms are really important and what terms convert well. I had one client who had like kind of generic category related keywords that we thought he wanted to rank for, but when we tried buying that traffic, we just couldn't compete in that market. But when we went down to the brands that he carried on his sites and bid on those, it cost a lot more per click, but the conversion rates were way higher. Which leads me to the point of conversion tracking. You really want to use conversion tracking. All the major search engines have some sort of conversion code, and you could put it on your thank you page or whatever the equivalent is. So after people order, you can see, how much it's costing you for each conversion. Some of the conversion tracking tools also show you, what items sold off of what keywords, which allows you not just track conversions, but right down to the ROI of the ad. And Yahoo and MSN, people don't think they have that much traffic, but a lot of SEO related stuff, sure, they don't have much SEO related traffic, but like one of my clients here, the very small niche sites, he might get 20 conversions a month off of, or 20 or 30 off of Google's paid ads, and here we got like 10 for, about half a month off of Yahoo. So for some of the keywords, for some markets, there's a lot of traffic to be had on Yahoo and MSN. And the conversion tracking is really easy to set up. All the major search engines own it. If you're running big, complex accounts, you probably want to use an external tool. But if you're using, if you have a small budget-oriented accounts, then it doesn't probably hurt you too much to use the tools at the major search engines to track your conversions. Google also offers a website optimizer tool, and inside of Google you can A/B split test ads to see which ads converting better or what ads work better. Website Optimizer also allows you to kind of A/B split test your website, so you can change items on your landing page. The more relevant you can get your landing page and keyword baskets to be, the better off you're going to be. So you really want to have tight-knit groups of keywords and have many ad groups. So and another way to get your ad copy to be as relevant as possible is to use dynamic keyword insertion, which is all three major search engines have something like this. But anyway, you put something like keyword in your ad somewhere, and the keyword that triggered the ad will pop up in there. So you can have like a default one like SEO book, and then I could have stuff like keywords like learn SEO, learn search engine optimization, stuff like that, and that stuff will pop up into the ad space. One of the tricks with PPC ads though is you don't have a lot of characters to use, so you really want to be clear, compelling, differentiate your ad from the competitors, and really make a call to action in it. The greater the ad is aligned with the keywords, is aligned with the landing page, the better you're going to match the query intent, the higher your conversion rates are going to be, the better the click-through rates you're going to get. All these things add up to a better ROI at the end of the day. So in addition to using the online AdWords console, you can also download their AdWords editor tool, which is useful for organizing campaigns. And they have an automatic campaign organizer in here, which will help you take unorganized keyword groups and make them more organized. And one last tip with PPC stuff, well, there's actually two. One is that off the start you may lose money because your competitors have been going for a long time. So don't be afraid to spend a bit of money and lose a bit of money in the attempts to understand and learn your market. And then one last tip is you can also use pay-per-click marketing to boost your organic SEO campaigns, and by creating link-worthy content and then buying the related terms and sending people at it. And I've gotten some of my sites featured in the mainstream media for a few $100 using this sort of technique. So hope you found this helpful. Have a great day, and I'll make more videos soon. If you have any questions, please ask at SEObook.com.